Hi, I'm Jack and welcome to the Attract Capital webinar series. Today I'm here with Attract Capital CEO and founder David Barnett.
Hi everybody.
Today our webinar title is Top 5 Tips for Landing Roll-Up Funding. So Dave, before we get into tips for landing roll-up funding, can you briefly describe what a roll-up is?
Sure, Jack. A roll-up, and I've had 30 years of experience with roll-ups, but a roll-ups, as we define it at Attract Capital, is a series of acquisitions onto a platform company by an experienced operator, somebody that's been in the industry for a long time, where they have their own equity dollars to invest in the series of acquisitions, and where there's a clear, unique operational benefit of consolidation. Those are the 4 criteria that we use to qualify as a bona fide roll-up.
So Dave, that's a clear definition. What's your definition based on, and have you seen and financed many roll-ups?
Yeah, Jack, we really have. I mean, I started doing roll-ups in the early 90s, actually in the late 80s, but more aggressively in the early 90s. So that would make it like 30 years of roll-ups. Probably done over 30 middle market roll-ups. Transactions over the past 30 years. And the key is that they need to be operationally based, which is that if they're financially based, where you're just going to aggregate companies and try to arbitrage to a higher valuation multiple, if it's just financial engineering, it tends not to work. If they're operationally based, where you have a clear, unique operational expertise that you're going to be putting into the roll-up, then they tend to work. And they're really hard to execute because you're buying a lot of small companies with unique cultures that are regionally distributed. You really have to have good management to make all these companies work together. So we do have a lot of experience. They are not easy to do, but we're very good at finding lenders for our clients and building successful ones.
Awesome. So what are the Attract Capital top 5 tips for landing roll-up funding?
Okay, the top 5 tips for landing roll-up funding. So number 1 is stay in your lane of expertise. If you are a manufacturing expert, then don't get into the healthcare business. If you are a transportation expert, you don't want to get into the consumer products or the e-commerce business. You want to stay in your area of domain expertise. Number 2, you want to have a strong, operationally driven growth story. So it can be, we can get better pricing from, if we put these companies together, one of them gets better pricing on their purchasing. It can be one of these companies has additional services that we can offer to the customers of the other company that we're buying. But there's got to be something simple, something incremental, an operational benefit that these companies all merged together can take advantage of. Number 3, you really need to work hard at preparing a high-quality confidential information memorandum and a high-quality financial model to articulate where you're going and to articulate the key assumptions on the road of getting there. That's number 3. Number 4, and we mentioned this a little earlier, you want to bring your own equity to the deal. It doesn't have to be a huge amount of equity, but it needs to be a significant amount of equity in light of your financial net worth. But you don't look credible unless you bring equity. You'd be shocked at how many people try to do things without any equity and want a lender to pay for 100% of the company that they want to buy. It's a fool's game to even engage in that thinking. And the 5th is you want to pursue smart acquisitions, which means that you don't want to pay huge multiples, and you want to structure them in a way that you're de-risking the transaction to yourself with a lot of seller paper or with an earn-out. But a smart structure goes a long way. Those are the 5. Stay in your lane, a strong operational growth story, prepare a high-quality SIM and financial model, bring your own equity, and pursue smart acquisitions. And if you do that, you're well prepared to have a successful funding of your roll-up.
Well, there you have it. Thank you for watching our webinar, and we look forward to seeing you next time on the Attract Capital webinar series.
Thank you.